Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm audible to you. Okay, we'll start the session.
Yeah.
So all of you, please keep the mics in mute position.
What was that? Come again?
So can I start the session? See, I have got few queries regarding the installation. Okay. See, when you are getting the recording, I've seen your message. I think after the session, now tomorrow morning you are getting, I think by the session it's complete, it's around 9. So tomorrow morning you are getting, no? Anyhow, I'll convey to them your request. Will it be possible to have earlier? Okay. Okay, fine. So now let me continue. So you have got some questions on the WhatsApp. See, when you get a blue screen, you have to press a two-time enter. I have message to one of the friend, but he is still saying same problem. You might have not selected the key properly. First to press enter, then first is the key should be selected. Then press enter 2 times. It should work when you are getting the blue screen. And somebody just now pinged to me that you are getting the like timeout or something like black screen. Yes. So there you just continuously try with some keys like Alt, Control, Escape, something like you press. Go on pressing some keys. And then you may get a blue screen. After that, you press enter 2 times. Otherwise, if you are nearer to the Hyderabad, you can come. I'll be in the office after 6 o'clock. If you are getting the problem, I can install and give you. That much I can give you. Okay. So can I proceed with the today's session? Can I proceed?
Sure.
Sir, we are getting that. Yeah, you can put that actually. Yesterday we are trying. We are not able to install operating system server 2022. It is stuck actually. So, why exactly that issue is occurring? I think it is not only me. Maybe majority of our people who are there in this particular group are facing this issue. So
what is the
that will
issue?
help us actually if you guide us actually.
What is the issue you are getting? You just
Yeah,
send me the
I will.
screenshot. I can tell.
I'm
Without
doing
seeing,
right away.
okay. So yesterday, what was the
Okay, I'm
topic
just
we
forwarding to
discussed?
your.
Okay, I can understand. Don't say. So now, what was the topic we have discussed yesterday? Yes.
IP.
So we have discussed yesterday about the IP addressing. Yes. So before that, we also discussed what? How to install the. First, we created through the VMware virtual machine and install the 2022 server OS. See, yes, Venu, I think you have just pinged to me, no? Your error. So this is the error you are getting for installing the VMware or for the OS installation?
It is for operating system 2022.
So which is the image file you have downloaded?
The same
Which
path
you have
of
given you?
Yeah, see, from there itself, I downloaded the image. I did twice. Twice I uninstalled and reinstalled. That I tried twice, and today again I bought it from also the updated version of 2022 from Microsoft site.
See, the thing which I have given you, anybody have done the installation, it should never ask you the key, but here you have said it's the file has the invalid product key. It should
Yeah,
not be asking the product key. See, the
in,
OS which I have given to
initially,
you, XMH, it is,
uh,
proceed.
yeah. Initially, the licensing part, whatever the problem I got it in our group, our team confirmed that okay, that virtual VM 17.5 that client license key we have to update there I updated. After that I can able to move to the next level, but after that I am getting this particular error. Actually I'm not able to. Okay, if I am disturbing
You are
others, I
saying,
think you can continue. I will talk to you.
no, I'm just clarifying. It is for the VMware or for the OS. You first be clear about that. Because
OS,
you said
this is
17. Have you installed the VMware?
17.5.x.
Which one?
Yeah, VMware only. Client 17.5.x from that particular link.
So before that you are saying it is for the OS. OS is 2022. It will not ask the key. For installing the VMware, it will ask the key. I told you, you might have not copied the properly the key, or you might have written manually. I said you just copy it. Don't give the space
No,
also.
I
Just copy
didn't.
this.
Okay.
You have to just copy and paste it. Don't write manually and don't put the space also. So I'll just confirm it. Anybody have installed it, VMware? So it is clearly, it is the thing which you have done the mistake might be in giving the key.
Install the
So I'll just
VMware
ask you
17.
just to wait a minute. Anybody is able to do it. Those who are not done, leave it. Anybody did? Did you get the issue?
No, sir. While installing VMware 17, I didn't get any issues. Like it installed, and while doing with the operating system OS, server 22, I was getting error. I have sent that image to your WhatsApp. Kindly please check it and explain that, please.
So which one you are getting? Just send me now. Because I think it is blue screen.
Black screen. Attempting to start up from EF5.
No, unless until you don't send me, I cannot know. So tell me, send me now.
Yeah, I have just sent it.
So just now, I think while the session got started, I told you it is black screen means you have to press. There is no particular key. You just try with Alt Control Escape like that. You go on pressing. It will come to you the blue screen. Then press the 2 times enter.
Yeah, I'm getting the blue
Otherwise,
screen. After that, again,
you
I'm
have to
getting
press
this
enter
black.
2 times. Enter 2 times after you get the blue screen.
Yes, Anil sir, I'm doing that twice. I'm entering the twice, but it is like getting back to the black screen error again.
No, it should not happen. So first you select a key properly. Press enter, then double time enter. Otherwise, if you stay
I'll try it
nearby
again.
Hyderabad, you bring it, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll try it again.
Okay. So can I proceed now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you
Yes.
remember,
Yeah.
you remember yesterday we have done what? The IP addressing. So you got the idea how to remember the range of the IP address? So remember the logic. It is 0 to 255. How or why we are getting 255? I told you. The bits will be either in zeros or ones. If it is all ones, it is 255. If it is all zeros, means 0. So 0 to 255 makes how many numbers? Like I written 0, 1, 2, 3. How many numbers? 4. 0 is also number, 256. Divide by 2. So it will become how much? 128. So I told you, class A range will be what? whenever you see the IP address between the, you have to see which octet. If you remember correctly, please tell me. Yes, you have to remember that should be the first octet. So when the first octet is between 0 to 127, 127 is reserved for loopback. So 0 to 127, it means that IP belong to which class? Class A. So if the first octet IP is between 128 to 191, then that IP class C will be from. So I told you the logic, how to remember, yes? Then after knowing this, you should remember that we have to remember 3 classes. So if the IP is class A, immediately you have to remember class A contain how many network and host? 1 network, 2 host. Class B, 2 network, 2 host. Class C, 3 network. So we understand that by seeing first octet, then we have to remember this. But the machine understand IP belong to which class with subnet mask. So for class A, how many time 255? 1 time. Because I told you for subnet mask, what is the thing? All network bit will be 1 and all host bit will be 0. So I repeat, for subnet mask calculation, what is the thing you have to remember? Network bits will be 1 and host bit will be 0 for subnet mask. So if it is all zeros means 0. If it is all ones means, what is the answer? 255. That's why for the class A, how many times 255 will come? So this also I have written yesterday. I'll just revising it. So for subnet mask, the rule is very clear. All the network bits should be 1 and all host bits should be 0. So here it is 8 bits. Octet it is. And these are all zeros. So this will become how much? For class B. So yes, for class C, 3 times. Understood? Then last point we discussed yesterday was this again divided into private and public. Private IPs are used in private network. Public IPs are used in public network. So range is 0 to 127. In that, only 10 dot is a private IP. Remaining all IPs are public. In class B, only 172 is the class B range is 128 to 191. So in that, all the IPs are public except 170. Then class C. In class C, all the IPs are public except 192. Class C range is 192 to 223. Is it clear? So if it is clear, we have to start the next topic, that is topology. But before that, I would just like to check how far you have understood. So we'll see some examples. So don't get confused or don't feel bored. It is just for your testing purpose, whether you understood or not. Okay. So we'll take few examples. After that, we'll go to the next topic. So now I have suppose 2 systems. Now I'm continuing with the yesterday's IP addressing with examples, just to check whether how far you understood. Now, these are 2 more systems, system 1, system 2. Now, will they communicate? Will they communicate? No, it will not. So why? Because there is no logical connectivity. So I'm giving the IP address. Now, this IP belong to which class? You have to tell me first. Yes, class A. Now, once I give the IP address, you have to tell me that IP belong to which class A. Yes, because class A range is, you have to see only which octet, first octet. So now you have to remember, if it is a class A, how many network? 1 network, 3 host. So net mask will be, yes. Now there is a rule for communication. So this is a very simple rule you have to remember. whenever the devices are communicating, what is the rule says? This is the rule without router for communication without router. Now here it's all network portion should be same, and at least any one host portion should be different. Then only the devices will communicate without router. If you use the router, they can communicate anytime. But we are working on without router. So now, using this rule, you tell me now. In the second machine also, I have given some IP. Now this is which class? Now both the IPs are same class. Now will this to communicate or not? Tell me. It will communicate or not? So let us see here. So our friends, some friends are saying yes. Some are saying no. So it is 50-50. So out of this, both answer will be correct or one answer? Which answer will be correct? Yes, the correct answer is no. So you see the rule here. All network portions should be same. There is no duplicate IP. And any host should be, at least any one host should be different. But here, this is class A. All the networks are same and all the hosts are same. Will it communicate? No. What you will call this scenario? When the IPs of the two different machines are same, what you will call? Now, how to remember this means? IP conflict. Yes, it is called IP conflict. So what it is called? IP conflict. So how to remember this simple word is, suppose in your own family, there are two persons. So you want your family to be different. So you have kept two person name same. Can you keep two person name same? Yes, you can keep. So what will be the, so you will get the, why the people will keep the name? Why we will have the names? Identification. Now, you wanted your family to be different. You kept two person name in your own family same. What happens? Any problems will be there or no problems? It will be there in the textbook, this type of things? No. So you don't think, just imagine and tell me what happens. If you keep two person name same in the same family, what happens? Confusion will arise. If you are calling one, you may think that, and intentionally both of them, if it is somewhere, both will not go. So confusion will be there, yes? Same way you have to remember, two different machines should never have same IP. Two different machines should never have same IP. If you give two different machines same IP, that is called IP conflict. I repeat, when you give two different machines same IP, that is called IP conflict. So they will communicate or they will not communicate? They will communicate or not communicate? They will not communicate. So everybody please understood. Network and host portion should be never, both should be never same. Then it will never communicate. This both the machines will not communicate with any one of them because their IP is conflict. But your name may match with some other person, no? So you may have the same IP in some other network, but not in your own house. Your name should not be same in your house. Your name might be matching with some other person in some other family, but that person is not staying with you or in your family, no. So you have to remember like this. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? So DHCP will never give two different machines same IP, but as a human being, sometime as a human error, we may give. So if you do the calculation as a business person, only addition, sometime you may do mistake. So what the people will do, business people, if the amount is big, what they'll do? They will use the calculator. If calculator is working properly and you are giving the numbers properly, will it do the wrong calculation? Machine never do the wrong calculation, but you have to give the correct input. So same way, DSCP, when you configure it, will never give, like one of our friend is writing, never give two different machines, same IP, but first you have to configure. But when you manually assign as a human error, sometime it may happen. Clear? First point. So will it, these two will work? No. Will it communicate? No. So now tell me, will it communicate or not? Yes. Online students, please tell me, it will communicate according to you or not? These two systems.
Yes.
So you write no in the chat box. So here you write, the rule is there. See the rule and say, now these machines will communicate or not? Yes. So most of the people are saying yes. And you're from your batch? No. The answer is yes. Why it will not communicate? See class A. Class A says one network, 3 hosts. So what is the rule I have written? What is the rule I have written? Any one host should be different. So here, networks are same. Host are, one of them is different. Understood? Clear? Now let me take one more example now. Now, in place of this IP, I am giving this IP. Now you tell me this IP belong to which class? Yeah, A. You should not see the second or third octet, only first octet. Yes. Now, this IP is this. No, this IP is also which class? Class A. Now will it communicate or not? Tell me. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, it will not communicate. Why? Networks are different. Yes, so here both are class A, but networks are different. So you have to see first at this point. Once this condition is not satisfied, it will not communicate unless until there is a router. So is there any router we have connected? So will it communicate? Are you following this? So whether can I understand that you understood this point? So let me take second example now. Now I'm taking same machine, but different IP. Now you have to tell me the rule remains same. Network portion should be same and host portion should be different. Now I'm taking some different IP now. Now you have to tell me this IP belong to which class. Now let me give this machine this IP. So you tell me this IP belong to which class now? Yes, very nice. So it means one thing is very clear. You all people have understood how to identify the IP address. So you have to see only first octet. Yes, very nice. So this IP belong to class B. In class B, the range is 128 to 191. First octet only. So here it is 150. So class B. Class B contain how many networks? Two network, two host. And what will be the subnet mask? 255 two times. The rule for communication remains same. Now, here, this machine IP is same. Now you tell me, this will communicate or not? Okay. So yes, others also are online students. Yes. Please reply like you are replying on the first day, no? So, okay. So most of the people are saying yes. Some are saying no. So majority, I think, no, majority are increasing for no. Okay, fine. So still, it means the clarity did not came to you. Okay, fine. And please remember, my intention is never to, if your answer is wrong, please never take it in a wrong way. I'm just trying to correct it. And when your answer is wrong, please don't stop giving the answer. You can improve by giving the answers only, remember. And don't feel nobody is perfect. If somebody asks me some questions, I'll also be wrong many times. Okay? So please remember this, nobody is perfect. So please don't stop writing your answer. If it is right or wrong, don't bother. So see here, you are told, yes, it will communicate. But please remember that why it will not communicate. It will not communicate. So I'm explaining you. So here class B contain two networks, two hosts. So what is the rule says here? All the networks should be same. So in class A, we have to compare only one network because there only one network. But here, how many networks are there? So first network is same, but second network is 2 and 200. They are different. So they need router. So is there any router is there? No. So will it communicate? No. So those people who says yes, I hope you understood. Don't think otherwise. It is good, very good that you are giving the answer, whatever. After giving the wrong answer only, you can correct yourself. Okay? Did I hope? Can I hope that you understood this? So can you able to understand now, whenever you see the IP, first see the first octet, then identify it belong to which class. Then immediately you should remember that IP belong to this particular class means how many network and how many hosts. Then the rule without router. If router is there, always it will communicate. But for that, you have to configure what? Routing protocols with router. If router is not there, you have to remember all networks should be same and at least one host portion should be different. Then only the devices will communicate. Whether I'm clear? Yesterday we discussed no. The class A range is when the first octet IP is from 0 to 127. 127 is for loop back. So if you remember 0 to 126 also you can easy or good. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. Class B, I told you why it is like that. 128, then 64, then 32, then 16, 16. Very nice. Now, can I go to the next IP? Now, let me take this. Now, this is which class? Now tell me they will communicate or not? Yes, it is class B. Now tell me it will communicate or not? So now majority are saying yes, but still some people are saying no. So yes or no? Correct answer is yes. See here. Here network portion is 2. So networks are same. Host, these are host. So hosts are different. At least one should be different. If all are different also, no problem. Venugopal, did you understood? Because I have seen your answer 2 times you have written no. So please remember that at least one host portion is different also, no problem. But if all are different also, no problem. Still you are confused? Or it is clear now? Please write it. If you are clear, okay. So please remember network bit should be same and at least one means if all are different also, no problem. But all should not be same, then it is conflict. So at least one host portion should be different. If all are different also, no problem. Still, it will communicate. Now, last example I'll take. I hope you are not getting bored. Just I wanted to check. That's why I took this example. Now, let me try with the next example, and I hope now more people will be correct this time. Now I'm giving you the third and last example. Now I'm starting with what? This IP. Now first you tell me this IP belong to which class? So up to this, everybody is okay. Identification, that is very good thing. Yes, class, because class C range is 191 or 2? 2. Yes, it is 192 to 223. So it is a class C. Class C contain how many network? So how many, what will be the subnet mask? Now, yes, you have identified correctly. Now I am doing this. Now tell me, this will communicate or not?
It will not communicate.
Now, anyone is there who think it will communicate? Okay. You think it will communicate? Okay, fine. Now, you please try to understand. So those who said no, their answer is correct. Why it is correct means it is a class C. Class C contain what? 3 networks. So here, first network, second network is same. But in class C, how many networks have to be same? All networks. So here, how many are there? So this is different. So hosts are different, but first the network should be same. Understood? For class A, only one network. For class B, 2 network. For class C, 3 networks. So all should be same. Then only it will communicate without router. If router is there, it will communicate. If it is different network also. So here the networks are different. Are you following? The class is same, but network is different. So are we using any router? No. So it will not communicate. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you one last example. After that, we'll start the next topic. But I feel this time the majority of the answers were correct. Now let me try. Now this is the answer, question. Oh, sorry, IP now. I'm assigning here. So you tell me this IP belong to which class? Very nice. Once I return, everybody is writing. Okay, fine. So this you understood very well. First octet. Now you tell me, second machine IP is also which class? Class C. Now it will communicate or not, tell me. Okay. So majority of you saying, yes, it will communicate. So anybody is there in the class or online who think that it will not communicate? Anyone is there? No? No. Anybody think no? Okay, all of you are correct. because this is a class C. Class C contain what? 3 networks, 3 hosts. So all the networks are same and the host is different. So it is satisfied the condition. So it will communicate. So I hope now majority or maximum people I understood. Is it clear? Okay. So now we'll start the next topic. So why we discuss the IP addressing, operating system, the switch, because 2 days before I told you to design the network, we should know 5 things. What are those 5 things? System, network connecting device like switch, router, then physical connectivity using the cable, logical connectivity with IP address and OS. Now you know the 5 things. So now we have to proceed with what? Designing of the network. So as an administrator, you should know how to connect the systems in the network. So that is what called technically topology. So what is our today's topic now? Topology. So I repeat once again, topology means what? In simple word, topology means what? Designing. You can say designing or layout or structure of the network. Network means interconnection of devices. So how the devices are connected, that is called as layout or the structure or designing. That is nothing but technically that is called what? Topology. Topology means what? Designing of the network. Designing a layout or structure of the network, where how the devices are connected. That is nothing but, in simple word, topology. So now we have how many types of topology? 2 types of topology. So they are called, yes, physical topology and logical topology. So how many types of topology we have? 2 types. What are they? Physical topology and logical topology. So what is the difference between physical topology and logical topology? So first we will go with the physical topology. Physical topology deals with how the devices are connected. Devices means here? Devices means system, computers, yes? So physical topology deals with the connection of the devices or how the devices are connected. So connection of the devices comes under physical topology. No. So this connection of devices is done by using the topology like first topology came was bus topology. Then came the ring topology. Then came the mesh topology. Then came the star topology. So which is the best topology? Yes, hybrid is also there, which is the combination. But as per the physical topology, these are there. Hybrid means it is a combination of multiple topologies. Now coming to the logical topology. So logical topology deals with what? So out of this, in every company, the devices are connected using which topology? In every company, the computers or devices are connected using star topology. So this is the best topology. That's why everywhere we use which topology? Star. So we'll see what is mesh, what is ring, what is star. Now coming to the logical topology. So logical topology deals with So this connection of the systems or devices. So can we see these or we can't see? Connection of the devices, can we see? Yes. Yes, we can see it. No, how the devices are connected. Venugopal, we can see. Yes, we can see it. How the devices are connected, we can see it. Now, logical topology. Logical topology. Logical topology deals with how the systems are connected. That is called physical topology. But once the system is connected, how the transmission of the physical topology deals means how the systems will be connected. All the computers will be connected where and how, that is comes under physical topology. So wait for a few minutes, we'll discuss that. Okay. Now come to the logical topology. So logical topology deals with once the devices are connected, how the transmission of the data takes place. So logical topology deals with what? Transmission of the data, how the transmission of the data takes place through the connected devices. So can we see this? Can we see this? No, we can't see this. So this deals with the transmission of the data, which we can't see. But we cannot see, but we can understand the transmission of the data. We can understand the transmission of the data with the help of logical topology. So with the help of the logical topology, we can understand the transmission of the data. So this logical topology consists of how many models? 2 models. So logical topology consists of 2 models. What are those 2 models? They are called work group model and yes, domain model. Yes. Can we start with the physical topology? Now we will proceed with the bus topology first. So this is our physical topology. So here, one system is connected to the other system through the wire. Like you have seen the bulbs in the series. Bulbs are in the series. So this is what called bus topology. So are we using this bus topology now? No. In this, the problem is if one system get problem, suppose this system got affected or it is not working, what happens to these systems? Once this system get a problem, these all will get affected. So in this topology, bus topology, which was the first topology, one system get a problem, it will affect the other system. And identification is very difficult here. So that's why now anybody is using the bus topology anywhere to connect the system? No. Then after the bus topology came the ring topology. So here also it is little bit better, but same problem exists. Here identification is easy, but here one of the system will get affect means here also it will affect the other system. Then came the mesh topology. So here every one system is connected to other system. So this type of connection is very complex, mesh, but it is better compared to this. Compared to bus and ring, which is better? Mesh. But here also you have to give lot of connection. See here how much complex it is. Then came the which topology? Star. So which one? Star. So now any administrator, as an administrator, will always connect the devices in which topology? So all the systems should connect to the same switch. So what is meant by C? All the system. They have 2 system, 100 system, or 1000 system. Concept is all the systems should be connected to the network connecting device, that is the switch. So here, if one device get affected, will it affect the other? And identification is very easy. So that's why every organization connect the system where in star topology. So how the systems will be connected in the star topology? Yes, how the system will be connected in the star topology? All the system will be connected to the common switch. Switch will have the port, so they'll connect it. Yes. So in the companies, so there are 100 systems. So each and every computer cable will come to the switch, yes. But it will appear like that on the floor, all the cables will be there. So like here they have done. So every company, the administrator don't have to do, like when you construct the house, the electrician, what they will do, here the wire has been coming, so they'll put some point. But do you see the wires? No. So same way, it is not a job of the administrator. The cabling persons will do what? They'll take the cable and connect it below the or underneath the floor or behind these cupboards like they have taken. All the cables, it will go to the, so they'll put one point. That point is called input output point. You can see red, some colors. So it means that cable is going to where? To the switch. So when you take the cable to the IO box, connect one cable, Cat5 cable, take one end of the cable to the IO box, another end of the same cable to the laptop or desktop. It means that system got connected to switch. So all these wiring don't do. It will be done by the cabling person. Administrator job is what? If the system is not connecting, he has to check. If system is not communicating, first you have to check physical connectivity. If physical is there correct, then check the logical connectivity. Because communication depends on these two connectivity, physical and logical. If physical connectivity is there, logical not there, it will not communicate. So you have to check the IPs. If IPs is there, but they are not communicating, check the physical. Physical is there, logical still it is not communicating, means you check they are in same network or different. If they are different network, they'll not communicate unless until you keep the. If they are in same network, IPs are different, physically connected, still not communicating, means the cable might be the problem. Okay. So you have to check cable is going to the switch or not. Other system are connecting or not. Like that you have to check one by one. So which topology is best to connect the system? So can we see this, how the systems are connected? Yes. So in star topology, what we will do, all the system will be connected to the same switch. So switch will have the ports. So if ports are not enough, what you have to do? Purchase the another switch. Then it should be same switch, but we were having 2 switches. Then all the devices should be connected to same switch, I'm saying. But if one switch is not enough, you have to purchase second switch. Then what you have to do?
We need to connect to both the switches.
Yes, you have to take one cable. One end of the cable should be connected to one of the port in switch. The other end of that same cable should be connected to the other switch. So they will work like a serial switch. So it will work like a same switch. Are you understanding? So in the big companies, they'll do like that. Is it clear? So which topology is best to connect the system? Star, because it is simple and easy. So every organization uses which topology for connection, for connecting that system, star topology. So simple way of remembering the star is what? Connecting all the devices to the same switch. That is called star topology. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Any confusion, doubt? Or you have understood up to this star topology? Okay. So shall we have a break then? See, there is no like length. You connect the system to anywhere. Nothing like maximum length. Okay. Limitation will not be there. Limitation with the size of the cable, nothing like that. So first of all, in the LAN, all the systems will be at same place. Yes, you can go. What is the purpose of wire? It is 100 meter or 100 kilometer. It will go. But you have to connect it. See, topology means what? Designing of the network. Network consists of what? Connecting the system to the network connecting device. Okay. There is no topology for communication is different topology. Topology means what? Designing. See, Venugopal, as I told you, there is no like limit. You can go beyond 100 also. There is no problem.
Yeah, I'm talking about the LAN. If we connect any cable in the LAN behind 100 meters, the data transfer can't be happens. In star network topology itself, I'm clearly communicating. Okay, from one particular PC to hub room, maximum distance is 100 meters. Behind that, it may extend up to 10 meters additionally, but behind that, we can't extend. That is the reason why, yeah, because now we are discussing about star network topology. Okay, there definitely for Cat5 cable, there is a limitation. It will support up to 110 meters. If you go for Cat6 or 6A cable, then it will support even 1 gigahertz and all these things.
So sorry, I didn't heard about it. I said if the
No,
wire
I think
cable
it is
is
there. Yeah, it is there. It is there.
okay. Okay, understood.
So it's there for retransmission timers because if the cable is long, the timer runs out and
See the
retransmissions occur.
simple logic when it is if it is more distant, it has to travel means what happens? The more chances that it will take more time. So the network may get little bit slow. Okay. But it doesn't mean that it will take the seconds difference. Some minute difference might be there. Is it clear? Is it okay?
Can you give the examples of this topology right now? First one, where exactly right now it is in use?
So I said, whenever
In,
any new things comes, always it will be not the best one, but they have to start. Like you think about the bulb, previously how the bulbs were there. Slowly the technology will come, improvement will take place. So they started with this topology. In this loopholes were there. So they made the improvement with this. So do you think this topology anybody will be using now? No
no.
one is using. So it was started initially like this. Like example, people started with cycle, then came the motorcycle. Slowly the technology comes, the improvement will be there. Okay. No one is connecting the system in bus or ring or mesh when the best is available. Okay. So shall we have a break? So we'll have a break of 5 to 7 minutes. After that, we'll continue with the next topology. What is the next topology? Logical topology, which consists of how many models? Two models. What are they? Work group model and domain model. So we'll start with, after the break, which model? Work group model. So shall we have a break, online students?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I'm just keeping my mic in mute position. We'll have a break. Okay, shall I continue? So just now we have discussed before the break what? Physical topology. So here one of our friend is asking, in the mesh topology, when you are connecting like this, do we need to require to have multiple LAN card? Yes. Otherwise you cannot connect. So in the mesh now, if you are connecting one to the other, if you see here, it is dual connection. So you should have what? Multiple LAN cards. Okay. So can I proceed to the next topic, that is logical topology? Okay, fine. Now the logical topology deals with what? How the transmission of the data takes place. Once we connected the devices, now how the transmission of the data takes place, that we cannot see, but we can understand with the help of logical topology. So in the logical topology, how many types of models we have? Two types. What are they? Workgroup model and domain model. So today we are going to discuss about which model? Workgroup model. Workgroup model. Then tomorrow onwards we'll continue with what? Domain model. So actual sessions will start from tomorrow. And you will have multiple and lengthy practicals tomorrow onwards. Today you will have last day where you will have a small practical. Okay? Because tomorrow will be very important class, and that will be the Active Directory first class, where we will be discussing how to configure the domain controller by installing the ADDS. Okay, so don't miss tomorrow's session. Tomorrow is Saturday, but if you miss that class, you will not understand the remaining classes. So please take out the time, you enjoy the Sunday. Okay.
Sir, class will continue Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday?
Monday to Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
But in some special cases, I'm telling you in advance, like 26th January, I think it will be a holiday, national holiday.
It's in Friday, I think. Yeah.
So now let's continue with the domain model, workgroup model. So workgroup model is also called as peer-to-peer model. Here peer-to-peer means what? Here all the computers will be individual, one-to-one. So one computer will not be under any other computer control. All the computers are independent. So that's what here is called peer-to-peer model. And one more thing you have to remember in workgroup model, as the computers are independent, there will be no server, no client. In the workgroup model, no computer will be server, no computer will be client. All are independent. Whereas in the domain model, compulsory one server, minimum one server, maximum any number you can have, but minimum one server, one client, maximum no limit. Understood? But that we will discuss in tomorrow's session. We will complete today workgroup model. So can I go to the workgroup model? So one more thing you have to remember, workgroup model will not have any server, no client. So in workgroup model, all the computers are peer. Peer means here individual. So here one computer will not have any control over other computer. All computers are independent. There will be no server, no client. All are independent. So if you create a user from one of the computer, so that user is called local user. And from which machine you have created that user, in that machine only that user can log in, not from the other machine. I repeat, the workgroup model means here all the computers will be independent. There will be no server, no client. And here one computer will not have any control over other computer. So if you create a user from the workgroup machine, that user is called local user. So local user means in which machine that user is created. In that machine only that user can log in, not from the other machine. Now, in the interviews, they may ask you, who will create the work group model? So what your answer would be? Who will create the work group model? So you tell me, first of all, in Windows, how many types of OS we discussed? Two types of OS. What are they? Client OS and server OS. So whenever we install either server OS or client OS, the computer will be in workgroup model or domain model. So please remember, if anybody asks you this question, who will create the workgroup model, means your answer should be workgroup model. No one will create. So workgroup model is created by default. So who will create the workgroup model? No one. So workgroup model is created by default. So in Windows, we have how many types of OS? Two types of OS. So whenever we install either client OS or server OS, by default, all the computers, whether we install whether we install client OS or server OS, by default, all the computers will be in workgroup model by default. So who will create the workgroup model? Who will create the workgroup model? No one will create. By default, all the computers, whether we install either server OS or client OS, by default, all the computers will be in workgroup model. So in the workgroup model, will there be any server, any client? No. So in workgroup model, there will be no server, no client. So in workgroup model, there is no server, no client. All computers are in workgroup model. All computers are what? Independent. No control over one another. So if you create a user from the workgroup model, if you create a user, what you will call that user? Local user. Local user means in which machine it is created, that machine only can log in. So local user can log in same system or machine where it is created. In same machine where it is created. Where that user is created. So these are the points you have to remember for which model? So first point, who will create the workgroup model? No one create. By default, all the systems, whether you install client OS or server OS, by default, all the systems will be in workgroup model. So in workgroup model, one computer will not have any control over other computer. All computers are independent. So there will be no server, no client. So if you create a user from the workgroup machine, that user is called local user. Local user means in which machine that user is created. From that machine only that user can log in, not from the other machine. Have you understood these points? Is it clear to everyone? Yes, all of you. Did you understood? Okay, fine. So now you will see another important point here. So domain model we will continue when? Domain model will continue when? Tomorrow. So please remember, tomorrow is Saturday, but please don't avoid tomorrow's session, because if you miss tomorrow's session, you will not understand the remaining sessions. Very important class. You postpone your important all things to Sunday. Sunday there will be no class. Now here, how many computers are connected? In which, tell me, server OS is there or all client OS, or combination of both? Combination of both. So suppose computer 1, XP. XP is a client OS or server OS? Client OS. So when the computer is with client operating system, so it will be in work group or domain model. So this system will be in work. Now, second system. In this, which OS is there? 2003. So it is a client OS, server OS. So when the year comes, you have to remember, when the year comes, it is a server OS. When the series come, it is a client OS. So it is a server OS. So now this computer will be work group or domain model. Work group, why you are hesitating? No domain model. Venugopal, all the system, whether it is a server OS or client OS, will be by default, will be in work group model. It will be never in domain model. Remember this. Okay. Others also, please remember. Now this is 2000. So it is a server OS or client OS? Yes, it is a server OS. So it will be again in work. So NT is a server OS or client OS? Server OS. Before 2000, the server operating system was called with what? New technology. Up to 2000, it was continued. From 2003 onwards, which year they are releasing that name? We discussed this point. Yes. Yes, it is a server OS. So again, it will be in. So from this, what you understood? Whenever we install either client OS or server OS, by default, all the computers will be in. Yes. So by default, all the systems, whether you install client OS or server OS, by default, all the systems will be in work group model. So who will create the work group model? No one. I hope you are understanding, everybody. Now, who will create the user account now in these machines? Who will create the users in these machines? Local user can create the users. Who will create the users? By default, user will be created. No, administrator will create. Who will create the users? You have to log in as an administrator. Yesterday, we have installed the OS. So one user got created by default. Who created that? No one. The OS will create one user. What will call that user? Administrator. We just assign the password. So who can create the users? Administrator. So as an administrator, you have to log in and create the user. So when you create the user from the workgroup machine, what type of user will be created? Tell me. Yes, very nice. What type of user will be created when you create a user from the workgroup machine? That user is called local user. So local user can log in same machine where it is created. So now, so user one can log in from which machine? Computer one, because his account is created in computer one. So if I give the username correct, but password wrong, will it allow me to log in? If username is wrong, but password is correct, will it allow me to log in? No. So which one has to be correct? Both username and password. Then only the user can log in. So who will check this username and password is correct or not? Who will check when we give the username and password, it is correct or not? Who will check? Administrator will check. So in the operating system, there will be a protocol in every computer. When the system is in work group, some protocol will be there. So what you will call that protocol? So authentication means what? Username and password will be verified. So here authentication means the username and password is correct or not will be verified by who? We verify or it will be checked by who? So in workgroup model, The authentication means username and password is correct or not. Who will check? Authentication of username and password will be checked by NTLM. Here NTLM stands for new technology LAN manager. So what is the full form of NTLM? New technology LAN manager. It is a protocol. Protocol means it is one type of a service which is present by default in the workgroup model. So this NTLM protocol will check authentication. It will check. So in the workgroup model, the authentication of username and password will be checked by, it will be verified by which protocol? NTLM protocol. So NTLM protocol will check this username and password is correct or not. Where it will check? It will check in user database file. Where it will check? It will check in user database file. That file name is SAM. That file name is what? So the NTLM protocol will check username and password is correct or not. So where it will check? In SAM. SAM full form? Security account manager. So the location, what is the location of this SAM file? So if you go to the C drive, you will find a folder Windows. Inside the folder Windows, you have to go to the system32. So there, if you go there, you can find one file called config. So there you can find the SAM file. So this is the location. So whenever we log in with a local user, so who will check in the background? Name and password is correct. Who will check? NTLM protocol. NTLM protocol will check where? In database file. So if it is both the username and password is matched, then that user can log in. If it is not matching, it cannot log in. Understood? So if you want to verify, you give the wrong name, wrong password. It will not log in. You give username correct, wrong password, not log in. You give both correct, it will log in. Clear? Understood? Now important point you remember here. Have you noted down this point? Okay, now see here. So here computer one means what? XP machine. So now in XP machine means computer one. Which user is created? User one. Now the user one name is given correct and password also correct. Can it log in or cannot log in? Username and password both are correct. Can log in? Yes, can log in. So in the background, who will check? NTLM protocol in SAM file in same machine where it is created there only. So if it is correct, access is granted, that user can log in. But now in system one XP machine, which user is trying to log in? By giving correct name and correct password. Can it log in or cannot log in? Username is also correct, password is also correct. So can log in or cannot log in? No. It cannot log in because that account is not existing there. The account is not found because the account of user 2 is created where? In PC2, but that user is logging in system 1. So his account is there? No. So can it log in? No, that user cannot log in. Now the computer 2, Windows 2003. Which user is login? User 2. His account is there. Name is and password correct. Can he log in? Yes. But can the user 1 log in now? In the computer 2? Can the user 1 log in the computer 1? No, because the name might be correct, password also correct, but his account is not there. So this is the problem in the workgroup model. So now the company want any user to log in from any system, because if you work in any company, any user can log in from any machine. So now they want you to make such a setup that any user should log in from any machine. So what you have to do? Yes, one option is You have to create a domain model. That we will see tomorrow. But now the administrator is being told by the company manager, no, I want in this system, in this setup, any user to log in any machine. What you will do? You are facing this. Your first answer is correct. You have to create domain model. So that we'll see tomorrow. But now they want in workgroup model, they want any user to log in from any machine. What you have to do? IP address is already there. Only. Tushar, very nice. Your answer is very, yes. You have to create all the users in all the machine. The logic here is what? If you want any user to log in from any machine, the simple thing what you have to do, create all the users in all the machines. That is the correct and nice answer. You don't have to do any permission, nothing, no policies. Different answers have given, but don't worry, you tried it. But the correct answer is what? Create all the users in all machine. Now, will it able to log in? No, this is the simple solution. No, we can create any user, all users in all machine. Now, any user can log in from any machine. Yes. So this type of things can be used in the real time. No, why? Because suppose the system here is only 4. Users are only 4. So total account, how many you have created? 16. 4 into 4, 16. But in the companies, you will have 4 machines? No. Now suppose the company is having 100 system, 100 employees. Now total how many account you have to create? Tell me. Yes, you have to create 100 into 100. How much? 100 into 100. In 100 system, 100 user you have to create. So how much it will become? So that many account you will create? No. If one user left, you have to delete his account in 100 machine. So this is the problem in workgroup model. Everything has to be done in every machine. This is the drawback in the workgroup model. That's why no company uses the workgroup model. So who will create the workgroup model? Again, I came to the same question. Who will create the workgroup model? No one will create. By default, all the systems will be in workgroup model. Ahmed, please remember, admin will not create. Okay, remember that. So if anybody asks you in interview, why we are not using domain model means why we should not use the workgroup model, or why we are not using the workgroup model, what your answer will be? Everything has to be done in every machine. That is the problem with the workgroup model. So do you want to do that? So that's why no organization uses workgroup model. Understood the drawback? So yesterday we created which machine? Yesterday we have created which machine? Server OS or client OS? So it will be in workgroup or domain model? Domain model. Still some people are writing domain model. No. Whether you install here, what we have discussed since 5 minutes, whether you install server OS or client OS, by default, all the systems will be in workgroup. So yesterday we have installed 2022. So that machine will be in workgroup. So if I create a user from workgroup machine, which user will be created? So today one simple practical, how to create a local user. That is the practical. Tomorrow onwards, so don't imagine by seeing yesterday and today's session, our MCSE means so easy, so simple practical. Your actual practicals will start from tomorrow. Understood? So can I show you that simple practical, how to create a local user? First, by showing you whether our machine is in workgroup or not, how to check. Okay. So can I start the practical? Just 2 minutes. So first of all, so all the practicals, what I'm going to show you is there in this file. So today we are doing just this practical, how to create a local user. So all the steps will be there in this file. Okay, two options are there, two methods. Both the methods I'll show you. All the steps will be there in this file. Plus, online students, you are getting the recording. Offline people, you will not get the recordings. So now let me start the machine. Mohan, you were not there yesterday. I already shared in the WhatsApp group. You are there on the WhatsApp group of your batch. It is already there in that. So
Okay, sir.
You please see that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Now this is the machine I have. This is the machine I have installed yesterday. So now how to power on this machine? So first, what you have to do? Double click on the VMware. See, one more time, I'm telling you, if your VMware is already once open in the background, again you are open and you try to open the machine, it will say, take the ownership. If you take it, the OS will get corrupted. So whenever it shows, take the ownership, you cancel it and you check in the background another VMware you already open. Sometime you will double click, you will not wait. You will double click again. Okay, so this type of issues will be coming. So now I have to double click, then power on. So this is to make the size full. See here, just keep the cursor here, full size. Now first I'll show you when we install the 2022, it is in work group or not. After that, I'll show you how to create a local user. Now I have power on the machine. How to log in? Alt Control Insert. Yesterday I told you. Otherwise, this. You click on this. Administrator name will be there. Then, see, once again I'm showing you. How to log in? Once the machine is power on, what you have to do? Press Alt Control Insert key or this key. Then administrator name will be there. Just give the password. I remembered yesterday I gave what is the password, so I can able to log in. In your case, I told you what is the best password you can give. Your name @123. So now our OS. Okay, my screen is not visible. Can you able to see my screen? Online students. Because one of your friends written, my screen is not visible. Is it visible now? Can you see here?
Yes.
I switch on. Okay. So here, once you log in, by default, which console will get open? Server Manager console, which you can call simply dashboard. So somebody asked me one question here. Rahman is asking if the server machine comes with the installed OS, then how to know the administration password? So no machine will come with the install OS. If it is comes, you have to ask. So whenever the OS is installed, you can just assign the password. There is an option to disable the password also. Okay, Rahman. So you have to ask what is the password they have kept, or the password is disabled. Can I continue? Okay, so see here. So now my machine is with the server OS. Now how can I show you that this machine is in workgroup? So first you have to close this console, Alt F4, server manager. So it is better you make the screen bigger. How to do? Screen resolution you have to increase. Right click on the desktop, go to the display settings. Select the desktop, right click, display setting. Then you come down, you will find display resolution. So you go from the bottom, this is the number. So you slowly increase this number. According to your size of your laptop, you increase it. One by one you check, and which one you felt better, you keep it. Don't make it too large also. Okay, so by default, how many icons will be there? One. So get the icons. So how to get the icons? If you know how to get the icons in Windows 10 or 11, same procedure. Right click on the desktop, click on personalize. So select the right click on the desktop, click on personalize, then click on themes. Then come down, you will have the desktop icon settings. Click on that. Then check all the boxes. So this is how you will get the icons on your desktop. Now how to check this machine is in which OS? So go to the PC, right click, property. So this machine is installed with which OS? Which OS? Huh? Which OS we have installed yesterday? Server 2022. So now how to check it is in workgroup or not? So come down. Can you see here the option? Can you see below if you come? There is an option called rename this PC. Click on that. Then click on change. So what it is showing? So when you install server OS or client OS, by default, all the computers will be in workgroup. So don't do the practicals while practical is going on. Just wait how to get the icons. I'll tell you after login as a user. Okay. So now which user is login? Administrator. Who can create the account? Only administrator. So now I'm showing you how to create a local user. So how to create a local user? Here, two options are there. Both the options I'm showing you. First, press the Windows key. Go to the server manager. Or you can just click here. Click on start. There is an option called server manager. Open the server manager. Then click on tools. So there is an option called, did you see the option, second option, computer management. You click on that. Open the server manager console, click on tools, go to the computer manager. So can you see here local users and group? Can you see the local users and group? Then expand this, then select here users. Select the user, right click, then new user. All these things have written in the notes which I have given you, practical step 5. Then you create any user with any name. In my case, I'm creating a user with a name Krishna. Description not required. Password. So minimum how many characters you have to give password? 7. If you give less than 7, it will not accept. In that 7 also, numerical number, alphabet and special character should be there. Then only it will take it. Now given 7 character. Now here, what is the box? User must change the password at next login. So this box is by default check. Now if I click on the create. What happens? This user, when he log in, compulsory has to change the password. So this is the option they will keep by default in real time also. Over. Which user is created? Krishna. So how to log out now? Alt Control Insert. Or simply click here, sign out. Then how to log in? Alt Control Insert or click here. Then where you have to click? Krishna in my case. Then what is the password I have given? I'll give that. Now will it log in? No, it will say user must change the password before signing in. So what you have to do? Okay, now give new password. So I given the new password. Now can I log in? Yes. So now user will have how many icons? One. So see here, who did not understood how to get the icon? See it, don't do, see it. So right click on the desktop, click on personalize, click on personalize, go to the themes, come down, click on themes, then come down. You will have desktop icon settings. Click on that, then check all the boxes. I hope now you understood. This is how to get the icon. So this is one method. Now I'll show you another method last. Then we will stop the session. Alt Control Insert, sign out. Now who can create the user? Only administrator. So again, Alt Control Insert, click on administrator. Log in as administrator by giving admin password, which we have given or assigned yesterday. Yes, after installing the OS. Now how to create a user with second method? So while doing the practical, you keep the file which I have given to you. All the steps are there. Now here, press Windows R. What you have to press? Windows R. Then write yeah. Here, L means local. USR. Don't write USER. Don't write USER. Just write. It is written in the practical step file which I have given. LUSR. Then MGR dot MSC. So the full form will be local user manager dot MSC means Microsoft Console. Enter. Directly you will come here. Select the user, right click, new user. Then I'm creating one more user, this time with the name Sai. Now I'm giving the 7-character password, but I'm not keeping this box checked. What I'm doing? Uncheck it. So now, will it ask me to change the password? No. If I check this box, the user can't change the password. So don't check this. If I check this box, so by default, the password age in Windows is 42 days. So if I check this box, if I check this box, same password the user will be using after 42 days also. But it should not be same password always. So uncheck this. So I just uncheck the box. Now, if I check this box, the account will be disabled. User can't log in. So click on, after unchecking the first box, click on create. The user is created. Now log out from here. Then log in from here. Which user I should click now? Sai. Now the password is 7-character. Now will it ask me to change? No, because I unchecked that box. Now how many icons you'll get? How to get the remaining icon? Right click. Then So I hope everybody now knows it. So with this, we are done with today's session. But please remember, tomorrow's session is very important. Don't miss it. Okay.
I have one question actually. Just wanted to know if we forget the system administrator password, like the first password that when we install the OS, that is called system administrator password.
Hmm.
So if in
Yesterday-
case we forget that password, how we can
so-
recover the?
So in that case, you should have a bootable pen drive. You have to go to the rescue mode. Some commands will be there. You have to execute. Lengthy process. But it can be done.
It can be done. Okay. So
Ah.
that we can find it from the internet, right? The process.
In the net, you can find it.
Okay. And one more question, like if see, this is all we are talking about the local system administrator, right? And
Hmm.
local general user. So
Hmm.
if in case, like every time whenever we are getting, sometimes no, we are getting machines, server machines with the installed OS actually in our industry actually, oil and gas. So generally the suppliers, they are supplying the machines with the installed OS. Okay. So everything, even the license is already installed, everything is.
Hmm.
In that case, how do we know whether we are, and when we are trying to access first time, we are generally creating general user. It's not system administrator.
See, when you are purchasing or whoever is purchasing, they will tell you what is the password they have set it. They have to set. Otherwise, they will maybe disabling it. Try to log in without password, but no company will keep like that. Security will be there.
Okay, so the system administrator will generally be created.
You
when we are
cannot
installing
find, you
the-
cannot find. If it is find means, what will be the security? Anyone can log in with administrator privilege.
Okay.
It will be told to the people who has purchased it.
Mhm. So once OS is installed, that means there is already a system administrator, which is the basic
Yes.
user.
So yesterday you were there.
Yeah, I
Whenever we
was there.
install any OS, a user will be created. So at the last, once the system is installed, OS is installed, it will reboot and it will ask us to assign the password.
Okay, but when we go to the domain model, all these user account system administrator will no longer be valid, right? Like once we go to the domain mode,
Yes.
domain.
So that we will
Yeah?
see tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, understood. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sir, one question, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, for rectifying this Windows, the licensing key issue, we have to uninstall this existing VMware version and after that again reinstall and try the options, whatever you are suggesting. Is
No,
the
no,
correct approach we need to follow?
No, it is still asking you the valid key. You just click on the license key and give it. Copy and paste it. Don't write manually without space. It will work. No need to uninstall.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Did you
Right.
see my comment?
Good
This is Tushar. Hello.
Yes.
I just joined today. So do you have anything to share with me?
See,
Any
they have
information,
created
any
the
files?
WhatsApp group. They have created the WhatsApp
Yeah.
group. So you please join it.
Right.
Everything,
I
whatever
joined.
have. So I have put it there.
I joined, but it doesn't go to history. It doesn't go beyond today.
No, you are there in the WhatsApp group of the class.
Yes, I am.
So in that, I have sent the one practical file, MCSE practical. In that, the link of a VMware ISO image is there. And you'll get the recording of yesterday's session. You see and do the record. Installation.
But if you sent it yesterday or before, I would not have it because my history of that WhatsApp group is only for today.
I did not find that particular file.
Okay. So
Okay, I got something from Taha.
okay, so You have my WhatsApp number. Otherwise, if any of your friends are there in the WhatsApp, you ask them to send. Otherwise, I'll send you.
I have,
This is the-
so Taha just sent one, the MCSE
Okay,
practical.
MCSE practical. In this, all the links are there. See. So first you have to
Okay.
download this VMware and this 2022. You see the recording also. Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
Okay.
I'm
very
having
good. Thank you.
Okay.